Okay. What have I got done so far? What I have gotten done is I took the test. And I ran into a problem which existed on all three of these tests. Or maybe just the. I think it was just the second two tests because the problem was that for some reason a lot of the test questions were coming from a reading that was not assigned to us to do a reading for. And I found information from those readings on PowerPoints that were on the home page of Canvas for that class, but I wasn't able to find the readings themselves. And that's kind of an issue with these tests, is that they're referencing a reading that we're not even reading. So I did find some answers that I was looking for on the PowerPoints, but not all of them. So I had to guess on a few questions, well, not guess, but give an educated guess. And also for a couple of questions where there was nothing in the PowerPoints and nothing in the assigned readings, I literally just searched the question on Google. And there just so happened to actually be Quizlet cards with those exact questions. So you might think that that's cheating. I just realized something. Yay! Yay, of course somebody's in the bathroom. Dang it. The bathroom is right on the other side of that wall. Dang it. What? Is somebody here? Who the heck is that? Somebody's here. But anyways, I guess I have to talk quiet. But anyways, you could say that I cheated on two questions because I searched them on Google and found the answers to them on Quizlet. But I don't think I think I'm justified in doing that because I couldn't find the answers to those questions in any of the assigned readings or the PowerPoints. So where the heck was I supposed to find it? But anyways, I ended up with 88% on the test. So, gosh dang. Okay. Because if I'm talking quiet, then I have to hold the phone because otherwise it'd be too quiet to hear. Okay. Gosh dang. This is why I prefer to be myself then. I can talk as loud as I want. My arm is tired from holding the phone. Oh my gosh. Your arm is tired from holding the phone for 3 seconds. Wow. And then after I took the test, I went and did some stuffs and then came back and then I well, actually after the test I read chapter 9 of financial statement analysis and then did stuff and then came back and then read chapter 10. So anyways, and I kind of didn't read them very thoroughly, but I'm saving a lot of the studying for later, and a lot of the studying I'm saving it to do later is to memorize the ratios and then to memorize a couple of other things like how to do the indirect and direct method of cash flow statements. So and a lot the indirect and direct method of cash flow statements I did learn that in management accounting and studied that, but I wouldn't be able to remember, so I have to memorize it. And so looking at the lectures, the past lectures, he said that he's going to cover selected topics from chapters 11 and 12. But I don't know if he wants us to read the. Well, I mean, like here's the thing: if he gives us some kind of study material for those topics, then that would be the best alternative to reading the textbook. But because I don't want to read those whole chapters and then only have like a few things from the chapters be on the test. But even if okay, so basically the only ways that I'm going to read the chapters. Yeah, I think he might provide us with study materials for that stuff. So, but if he doesn't, then I guess I will read them. If he says, okay, we're going to have a quiz over this stuff that we talked about today, and there's literally no study material whatsoever for us to study from, I don't know. Because, like, a lot of stuff he talks about might not even be in the textbook. I don't know. But we'll see what happens there. But we're probably going to save most of the studying. Like, the only reason we were doing the studying just now was to prepare for a quiz, an upcoming quiz, which I thought was going to be today, but he hasn't even posted it yet, so. And we might have another quiz in addition to that quiz, maybe even 2 more quizzes. So that's the only reason I would do that. Because otherwise, I'm just going to wait till like the day before the final exam. And that's like the last day of the semester, so. Because the final exam, like, you can't just take it whenever you want. That would be really nice, but you have to take it on that day. So I want to wait till like the day before the exam to study for the exam, because then all the information will be fresh in my mind during the exam rather than having studied it like 2 weeks ago and then forgetting everything. Like, that's kind of the advantage of procrastinating and study. But actually, the better alternative to that is a more time-consuming thing that actually I don't want to spend. Like, it takes more time, but you learn the material better. But I'd rather not, because it takes more time. Like, the other method is to write up for yourself like a nice study guide for the test. Like, write a bunch of notes to study from, and then repeatedly study that like every single day for the entire time. But guess what? That takes forever. I'm not going to spend all my time. I'm just going to wait till the day before and then cram everything in to my brain and then take the test. That saves so much time. But anyways, so I've read chapter 9 and 10. All I have to do is just to study the ratios and study a couple of other stuff from there. Once we have our test. And if we have an in-class quiz, then I'll probably do some more studying. But since it's going to be a take-home quiz, then I probably don't have to do that much studying at all, because it's looking in the textbook for stuff, if I need to find anything. I don't know if somebody's still in the bathroom, so I think I'll put the phone back down. I love sniffs. I haven't uploaded any videos from the past week. I think I might. Tomorrow I have something going on. Man. But that won't last that long. It's only going to last like 2 hours at most, right? Sometime like either tomorrow or Tuesday. I don't know about today. You know, I could do it today, but I'd rather not interrupt my flow here, because I'm kind of in a role of doing some homework today, and I'm about to do more homework, so I'll do it tomorrow. So, basically, we're just kind of looking at the next 2 weeks of stuff here. Like, I could stop right now and just be done for today, but obviously, I'm not gonna waste any time over the next 2 weeks. I'm just gonna get everything done as fast as humanly possible, and then try to give myself plenty of time to work on the group projects for financial statement analysis. But if in fact he says that they're due before the end of the semester, like for example on Friday or Saturday or Sunday next week, then what I'll do is do every assignment that is due before that due date of that assignment, and then do the group projects. And then obviously after I know what the group project, finish the last week of material. But it all depends on what he says. For now, I'm just gonna get started working on the others, on the stuff that's due the next week. In order of when it's due, and the first thing that's due is corporate finance homework. I think it's due Friday for chapter 11 or 10. Actually, it's 10. Chapter 10. Hopefully that takes less than 4 hours. I mean, man. But yeah, I expect it to take 4 hours. It better not take longer than that. So, and then after that, the next things that would be due would be human resource management assignments. So first our group project, which is a employee benefits plan. I think that might be the only thing. I think there's like, I don't remember when the individual activities are due. But anyways, basically the first two things, actually, okay, fine, I'll check. Wow, okay. So for the next week, the only thing due in human resource management is our team activity. Huh. That's weird. It's just the team activity. I don't know why you did it like that, but okay. So we just have the team activity, and I guess the readings from that for 4.1. And I've determined that I'm gonna do the readings and I'm gonna read the presentations as well. Which aren't even listed on the assignments for some reason, but their presentations are on the homepage, so I'll look at that. But first I'll do corporate finance because that one's due Friday and the human resource one is due on Saturday, right? It's due on Saturday. It says it's due on August 6th, which happens to be Friday. Oh, come on, dude. Are you kidding me right now? Okay, so he should move that to be due on Saturday because he made every other assignment due Saturday, so I'm assuming the team activity will be due Saturday as well. Employee benefits plan. So basically, first order of business is to do one corporate finance homework assignment. Then the next order of business is to do the readings from 4.1. And then the next thing is to do the team activity. And then that will be literally it for this entire next week, except for financial statement, whatever we have to do this week for that class. And I already studied chapter 9 and 10. I'm gonna just have to study whatever extra materials he posts in the announcements, or if he doesn't do that, I will study chapter 11 and 12, which is gonna be extremely annoying. And take whatever quizzes and homework assignments he posts. And then for the following week, and all of this stuff is not including our group projects because I still don't know when they're due. And then the next week we have 3 individual activities, which should be easy for human resource management. We have I think I just realized something. I think a lot of the readings that we're missing are actually right here at the bottom of assignments. Oh my goodness. Okay, well that's good to know. Um, that's very good to know. Wow. Okay. Thank you for that. Instead of reading the PowerPoints, I'll read those readings at the bottom. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, that was a mistake. The professor should have put those up at the top, not at the bottom, where I couldn't see them. Okay. So for the next 2 weeks, for the readings for the next 2 weeks, I will make sure to consult those readings. Yeah, I'm not going to read the PowerPoints. I'll just read those readings, right? They should have all the information I need. Oh my gosh. Okay. So anyways, the second week, which is the last week of class, 3 individual activities, our last test, and then there's 2 more assignments. There's a self and peer review, and then there's a course reflection. And that's basically it. So anyways, I just listed everything we need for that class. And it feels pretty manageable. I mean, it's a lot of stuff, but it seems it's going to be a lot of reading, a lot of writing. There's basically two writing assignments. Except, well, the reflection assignment is probably a writing assignment. The self and peer review, it could be a writing assignment, or it could be like a weird thing where you fill out a chart or a survey or something. And that's about it. So we just have the team activity, the test, the 3 individual activities, and then the self and peer review, and then the reflection. And that's all we have. Wow. And then all we have left for corporate finance is the 2 homework assignments and the exam. And then all we have left for financial statement analysis is whatever freaking homework assignments or quizzes he gives us, which I don't know how many or when they're going to be. And then the 2 group projects, and then the final exam. And that's it. And also, of course, attending our class lectures, which I think we have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday this week. And then we have next week, it's just like Monday and Tuesday, or Tuesday and Wednesday. It's like 2 days. So anyways, we can finish this stuff. Man, I don't know why I keep putting off like asking my dad about the thingy, but I don't know, I just don't feel like it. I just don't feel like talking. I'm just probably gonna wait till like after I've finished everything, and then finally ask the thing. So, and that will be the 13th. After the 13th, we'll be all done. We're gonna be all done in less than 2 weeks, guys. It's almost over. We have Monday through Friday, and then Monday through Friday, and that's it. That's all we have left. Oh my gosh. Oh man. This has been a very interesting semester. I only screwed up 2 different times. I've screwed up 2 times this semester. The first time, I didn't finish doing my part of the presentation on time. But guess what? My grade did not suffer at all for that at all. We got 41 out of 40 on that assignment. I wonder if it has anything to do with the fact that my teammate literally complained to the dean. The dean, is that what it's called? Like, he complained to like he complained to somebody. Well, is it called the dean or a dean? I don't know. But he complained to the dean about our professor because like he didn't know we had to be in class, and the professor threatened to give him a 0 on the assignment for not attending class. And then he complained to the dean, and then it's possible that he gave us 41 out of 40 just because he was afraid of losing his job, or not losing his job, but he was afraid of the consequences of that. So But and unfortunately, I wasn't able to see the feedback on that because he didn't post the rubric in the feedback for some reason. But anyways, so the one time I screwed up, it literally didn't affect my grade at all. And then the second time I screwed up was when I skipped doing a corporate finance homework assignment. And I was so mad at myself for that, but in reality, it only cost my grade by about 1%. It's not that big of a deal, so, but it's still really disappointing that I couldn't go the whole semester without screwing up at least once. In terms of my grade, suffered from that. Unlike the other thing that happened, my grade lost 5 points, or actually lost 4 points. It lost 4 points, 5 points. As a result of that, my grade was subtracted by 4.55 points out of like 450. So, as long as we don't screw up anything else, should be good. And then the only other things that are bad about the semester is that I got some bad grades. Like my worst grades during this semester were a 76% on an exam, and then one of our team activities we got 24 out of 30, and then I got like an 80% on a corporate finance exam, and then on like every single or a bunch of our financial statement quizzes, I got 1 or 2 questions wrong, and then our exam, part 1 of our exam for that class, I got 42 out of 50, which is like 84.5%. Not the best grade ever. And then I don't even know what I got in part 2 because he hasn't graded it yet, but I think it's going to be pretty bad. That might end up being like 80% or worse on part 2. So that's why my grades aren't so great. Like, my grades are anywhere from 88 to 91%. So I have my grades are 88% for financial statement analysis, 89% for corporate finance, and 91% for human resource management. So, but at this point, I really don't care all that much. I mean, I really need to aim to get 90% because that will be the difference between an A and a B plus for all the classes. And what time is it? It's 1:40 p.m. Actually, it's 1:41 p.m. How long is this favorite recording? 23 minutes? Oh. Well, I have 20 more minutes until it divides the video into another video. Man. Okay. So, gosh darn. I don't want to do homework right now. Well, if I do it now, then I don't have to do it later. Whoa. I don't know what to say. What? I just hate the corporate finance homework. It doesn't even prepare you for the test all that well. Come on. Boy. can't freaking believe that I got A's in every class on my first semester at Platteville. Like, how the heck did I do that? I think, basically, my microeconomics professor graded the class on a curve. So basically, I got like a perfect score in the class because I got like the best grade in the class. Like, basically, he graded every test on a curve. And for one of the tests, I got 90%, and I was the highest score on the test. So, oh my gosh. So, like, that was one reason why that semester I ended up with all A's. What was another reason? Like, the supply chain management class. That class was like, oh my god, I was so stupid in that class. Oh my god. Man, I am such a terrible person because the two big giant projects in that class were group projects that I barely contributed anything to. Man, I'm such a terrible person. My god. And then, like, we had basically nothing else except for tests. And the way to study the test, it was extremely easy to study for the test. Even though the readings were very long and dense and hard to read, it was still pretty easy to study for the test because I knew what types of questions would be on the test. They were very easy questions, like most of them were just like definitions. So that's how I ended up with an A in that class. And then two of the classes were asynchronous, and they just involved doing a bunch of discussion posts. And each of those classes had a research paper, and then they just had tests that were open book tests. So yeah, I got A's in those. And finally, the accounting class was the easiest class. So weird how that's the easiest class that semester, because the online curriculum was very easy to use to study for the tests, and the textbook was very easy to read and understand, and I got like a 95% in that class. So that's how I got A's in that semester. Stop. Stop. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. 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 Wow. It's too hard to see. Stop. Wow. Ooh. Wow. So, I don't feel like doing corporate finance. I feel corporate finance. What would my grade in the class be if I skipped all the rest of the assignments in that class? This is a massive waste of my time. Stop. Let's see what my grade in the class is gonna be if I skip every last assignment, including the exam. I would lose 110 points of the grade in this class. So, my grade would be 67%. That's, yeah, that's bad. That's not passing. I wouldn't pass the class if I didn't do that, so yeah. What if I skipped both of the assignments and then only got 50 out of 100 on the test? Oh man. Well, if I skipped to the last two homework assignments and got a 50% on the final exam, my final grade of the class would be a 78%. Oh my gosh. That's funny. Like, all I have to do is get like a 60% on the. All I have to do is not even do the final two assignments. I could just do like the test and get like 60%, and my grade in the class would be a B minus. So passing that class should be pretty easy. Like, I would still pass the class with a 78%, right? Basically, a passing grade is like a C or a C minus, I believe. But obviously, I'm obviously gonna try to get all the points up. Okay. Oh, nice. Good. Yay. I don't want to do stuff. I do want to do stuff. I don't want to do stuff. Stuff. I don't want to do stuff. I don't want to do stuff. I don't want to. I don't. I keep. When did I move that picture over there? That's a puzzle. I don't want to. Right. Okay. Oh, what? I have to. The reason why I have to do stuff is because of the two group projects. It's because of the two group projects. I don't want to let down my teammates. I have to get all this stuff done so that I have plenty of time to work on the group project. That's the reason why I'm doing it right now. Because technically I don't have to do anything right now. I could just do nothing all day for the rest of the day. But the issue is that then it would be much more difficult for me to find time to do the group projects. It's easier this way. My life is going to be easier if I do the homework right now. Gosh. Instead of using the chain thingy, I'm using the cord from my earphones. Why? Also, there's a person here. I wonder if they're still here. I wonder who that was anyways. I hate school. I have never liked school. Never. What the? What was he doing? I saw my dad doing something. He was like in the neighbor's yard for some reason. I don't know what. Anyways. Was it because of a dog or something? So yeah, I am doing this homework so that I don't have to do it later. Man, so much work for a tiny, tiny fraction of my grade. Such a tiny fraction of my grade. Such a tiny, tiny, tiny fraction. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna see what the percentage of my grade is here. Let's say I get 100% on the. No, you know what? Let's go with 90% because that's a good estimate for how much how I will do on the test. So let's say I get 90% on the test and do not do the homework assignments. My final grade in the class will be 87%, 87.9%. Okay, so here's the difference between doing the homework and not doing the homework. Not doing the homework means that my grade in the class will probably be about 87.9%. If I do the homework, I will get 10 points. So what my grade will be in the class as a result of that is... Oh, come on, you gotta be kidding me. 90%. So guess what, dude? Doing the homework and not doing the homework is probably the difference between getting a B plus and an A minus. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's funny. That's so incredibly funny. So it does matter that I have to. The homework does matter, even though it's such a large amount of effort. So there's such a tiny amount of points. It still matters. That's great. Like it takes 4 hours to get 5 points. And basically none of that even translates to work for the test. I mean, some of it does, but... And also if I get like 100% on the test, I could probably get an A as opposed to an A minus. In fact, let's see what happens if I get 100% on the test. Let's see what happens. 4, 1.24 plus 10. 4, 44 plus. So, I don't think I can pull off an A plus or A in the class. I think I can only pull off an A minus. That's unfortunate. Dang it! Are you kidding me, man? Come on, dude. What if I did the test and wait? What if I did the test first? What if I did the test first and then the homework? Or like, let's say I did the test, and then I get 90% on the test, and my grade is 87. That would mean that I'd have to do both homework assignments to pull off an A minus. But then, let's say I actually get like a 96 or 95% on the test. That would mean I probably only have to do one homework assignment to get an A. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Man, I hate how small of amount of points that homework assignments are worth, because it takes so much effort to do that. God. If I hadn't skipped that other homework assignment, then I wouldn't be in this situation. Well, actually, no, I'd be in a very similar situation, but I would be slightly better off. Like, I'd have 5 more points than I currently have. Not that much points. And I just stop. Time to be told. Dang it, just